Hi and welcome to the show. I'm Baz the Bard and we're at Living Realms pre-release event that was held on the 18th of June. This is round 2 of the top 8 draft. We have Darren Hazelden on the left playing Dromai, and on the right we have Oliver Wing playing Faye. Hopefully you've managed to watch the drafting process, where I was very fortunate to record over the shoulder of Rob Catton. If you haven't watched that yet, I highly recommend it. I kindly ask you to subscribe, leave a comment on the video and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on my coverage of Flesh and Blood's Uprising. Enjoy. Okay, so Ollie is going to start first, and he is on the right playing Faye. So he plays a Rise from the Ashes, so the next Draconic or Ninja attack action card that he plays this turn gets +3. And he may return the Phoenix Flame from the graveyard to his hand. So he's already picked up the Phoenix Flame, so he doesn't have to activate Faye this turn to get it, unless he breaks a chain, and then he could do. Depending on how many cards he wants to go. But this is turn 1. He might get a flourish of cards and then just stop. So we've got Double Strike coming down. So it's coming in for 4 because of Rise to the Ashes. And when Double Strike Chain Link resolves, he can banish it. And then he can play it from the banish zone. So quite a nice little combo there. Getting an extra effect on Double Strike. It won't affect it when it comes back out of the banish zone though. So Darren completely blocked out, and then Ollie's put it in the banish zone. Because that does break the chain link though, so the Phoenix Flame, if used now, will not do anything. So Phoenix Flame's coming down currently for nothing because it is Draconic Chain Link 1, but it does set up Searing Emberblade if he decides to use it, which he has. So because this is on Draconic Chain Link 2, it's coming in for 3 and it has Go Again. So I would expect Darren just to block this out. Okay, so he's pitching another one to quell and he's taking 2 damage. And here we come. Double Strike's coming out of the banish zone. He's coming in for 1, which Darren just uses the quell to take care of that. Okay, so Darren pitched he pitched a red on the first quell to generate an ash, which is really important when you're playing Dromai, because you can start making those Ether Ash Wings, or if you pull a dragon, you can get a dragon out on your own turn. So the dragons are really powerful in the draft process. It was really powerful in the limited format as well. If Dromai does get a dragon out, you have to take care of it. You can't let the dragons start to dominate the game. So Darren's coming in with an Invoking Kyloria. So he's just going to flip the card over, and then this dragon is going to attack for 4, and it's got a health of 2. So there we go, so it's coming in for 4, it's got a health of 2. Now when this dragon hits, he can draw a card. If you had an item out, he could take an item. So Ollie doesn't defend that and goes down to 16. Darren draws a card. It then follows up with a dust up, a red dust up, so it's coming in for 4. If it hits, he can create an ash, and then he may transform it into an Ether Ashwing if he wanted to. So Ollie's taken the 4. Darren's going to generate the ash. Now it's whether or not he wants to generate or transform it, into an Aether Ashwing. He does not have Go Again off Dust Up, but he's got that ash ready for his next turn. Okay, so Darren's up 18 to 12. So Oliver has played a blue strategic planning, so he can take a 0 cost card from his graveyard and he can put it on the bottom of his deck. So he's taken the Double Strike and put it on the bottom, and then at the end of the phase he can then draw a card. So it's really good because basically he can blast through his cards, and then he's got a card that he can arsenal. So the lovely red Scar for a Scar. Ollie's on less health, so that's why he didn't block that turn. It's coming in for 4. And he has Go Again. you really need to point out that Scar for a Scar, even though it's got Ira on the front, it is not a Ninja or Draconic card, so it will not count towards Draconic Chain Links. So Darren's blocked for 1. Blocked for 3 and taken 1. So Red Soaring Strike comes in, so it's got 4 with Go Again. If Ollie did have a card in hand, he could banish a 0 or 1 cost card, and then he could play that out and it would get Go Again. So if he, in a pinch, he wanted to play Lava Burst, he could. So Burn Away played from Arsenal. So it's coming in for 2. He's not going to activate the burn, he's just going to kill Kyloria. So like I said earlier, it's very important that the dragons are taken care of. That damage will just, it will just be value. And you can't allow Kyloria to basically draw a card every turn. Red Sweeping Blow, so it's coming in for 3 with Go Again, and when it attacks, it creates an Ash token. So Darren is now up to 2 Ash. He just needs a way to transform that Ash into Aether Ashwings or dragons now. They're not auras, so they can't be destroyed presently. So Ollie didn't block that, so he takes 3 damage. And then we've got a Billowing Mirage, another red one, so that's coming in for 3. When it attacks, it transforms up to 1 Ash into an Aether Ashwing. So Oliver doesn't block that again, and then Darren follows up with an Aether Ashwing for 1. So Darren's really piling up the pressure. A red Dust Up, so another 4. Hasn't got Go Again, but it will create a Ash, and he may transform it into an Ashwing. So he's getting a really healthy board, building up those Aether Ashwings now. It is kind of like a race. Ollie has to basically spend an attack, every time he wants to kill an Aether Ashwing. So generally what we've seen is people don't generally kill the Aether Ashwings. What they do is they're trying to mop up the big dragons but leave the Ashwings. Darren will need to pitch a red card to allow these Aether Ashwings to get Go Again though. So there is a price to pay to get Go Again on them. So a yellow Rise from the Ashes played. So the next Draconic or Ninja attack action card will get +2, and he's allowed to get that Phoenix Flame from the graveyard, which he did. So Scar for a Scar coming in. It's got 3 Go Again because he's on left life. It doesn't get the plus from Rise the Ashes because, like I said, it is not a Ninja or Draconic card. So blocking 3. So Darren completely blocks that out. So we've got Soaring Strike, normally coming in for 4, but Rise to the Ashes triggers this time, so it's coming in for 6. Ollie can banish a card from hand that costs 0 because it's less than the number of Draconic Train. Sorry, that's incorrect. Well, it can be only 0 because that Soaring Strike is the only 0. Darren doesn't block, so 6 damage. Then we've got Searing Ember Blade coming in for 3 with Go Again. And Ollie will probably finish. He's still got 2 cards, so he's definitely going to come out with the Phoenix Flame. Darren down to 4. Phoenix Flame for 1. Go Again. And Heat Wave, then Instance in to make it +2. So it's whether or not Darren wants to use Quell. He's certainly got that on Silken Form. And then after Silken Form resolves at the end of the turn, he can transform that into an Ashwing. And this is what he's doing. So he can Quell once and only take 1. So Ollie had the second Phoenix Flame. So that's primarily why he didn't block that much as well. So Darren's going to Quell. He will take care of 1 of that damage but still take 1. So Darren's going to use Silken Form to destroy it to create a Aether Ashwing. So he's now up to 3. So he's got lots of pressure now. Late game on Ollie. He just needs to pitch a red so he can get those dragons and have Go Again. So we've got a red Billowing Mirage coming in for 3. Now he paid for that with a red, so he'll generate the Ash and then he can transform it. So he's got 4 Aether Ashwings. So first attack coming in, 1 for 1. So Ollie has paid 3 to Quell 3. and then he is going to pop the 4th with a Brother in Arms. He may have been better off using the Brother in Arms to actually pop the first one, and then he would have been able to keep that Rebellious Rush, which he used to basically on the Quell. So he made a bit of a boo-boo there. So he would have had a 2-card hand. He only had 1, so he's arsenaled. Darren's definitely in the driving seat. He's got 3 Ether Ash Wings. He just needs to pitch a red to get going. So invoking Necria. So there we go. He's got 4 go again. If it hits, he then creates an Ash. Ollie's has blocked out. So because Ollie completely blocked that, he doesn't create any Ash off of it. So, and then the Aether Ash Wings are coming in. So this is for 1. Ollie's got to basically block everything. So Ollie's just paid 2/2 Helios Mitre to block the 1. He's just done it again to block another 1. So all he needs to do is finish off with an Aether, but he comes in with an Embermore Senipai for 8. So a big rock finish for Darren. Well done, Darren. Congratulations. So Darren has now won 2 games in his drafting pot.